beyond our galaxy. On today's show, we're going to be talking about our grand old solar system. On this show, we're going to be talking about the first 4 planets of our solar system. On this first part of our grand old solar system, we're going to be talking about the first 4 planets, or also known as the inner planets, or also known as the terrestrial planets as well. Indeed, the ancients had knowledge about the first 5 planets of our solar system. The ancients knew about Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, and Saturn. And that's without the use of the telescope as well. We live in a grand old solar system seen here in this picture. The distance from the Sun to the Earth, we know, is about 93 million miles away. However, the distance from the Sun to planet Neptune is about 2,700,000,000 miles away. And here's something else to ponder about as well. It takes light from the Sun to reach Earth, and it's only about 8 minutes, but it takes light from the Sun to reach Neptune 4 hours, 9 minutes, and 54 seconds. Here are the 8 known planets in our grand old solar system seen here in this picture. The inner planets. Mercury, god of commerce. Venus, the goddess of love. Earth, Mars, the god of war. The outer planets. Jupiter, king of the gods. Saturn, god of agriculture. Uranus, god of the sky. Neptune, god of the underworld. The inner planets are seen here in this picture, also known as the terrestrial planets, land planets. This is a comparison picture of the size of these planets as well. Here's a picture of what the inner planets are made up of. The inner planets are made up of a crust, mantle, and a core. Indeed, there are many, many different things found in our grand old solar system. There are many moons, asteroids, and comets that can be found throughout the solar system. But for now, we are going to briefly talk about a planet called Mercury. Planet Mercury, first planet from the Sun. Distance from the Sun about 35,980,000 miles. Size 2,030 miles big. A day lasts 178 Earth days. A year lasts 88 Earth days. Temperature, day side 800 degrees Fahrenheit. Night side minus 300 degrees Fahrenheit. Planet Mercury has no moons that orbit around it. Even though Mercury has no moons, it is heavily cratered like Earth's moons is. The next picture shows a comparison picture of both the Earth's moon and Mercury as how they almost look like each other. Here's a comparison picture of Mercury and Earth's moon. Earth's moon is slightly larger than Mercury. Both space bodies have been heavily battered with comets and asteroids on their surface. Well, it's that time once again to show some more awesome pictures of planet Mercury for you to view. So get yourself a warm cup of coffee, sit right back down in the easy chair, relax, and enjoy. will now briefly talk about the next inner planet called Venus. Venus is also known as the bright and morning star. Venus, the second planet from the Sun, is also called by the Romans the goddess of love. Planet Venus, second planet from the Sun. Distance from the Sun is about 67.24 million miles away. Orbital time around the Sun, 11 days and 18 hours. Size of Venus, 177.7 miles big. Planet Venus is also called the sister planet of Earth. Venus is the closest planet to Earth and is only about 58,063 million miles away from the Earth. Planet Mars is twice the distance from Earth, but man has chosen to fly to Mars instead of Venus. Here could be the reasons why humans chose Mars to colonize on instead of Venus. Venus's atmosphere is made up of the following things: 96% carbon dioxide, 3% nitrogen, 1% of other types of gases. Venus is a very hellish type of place to live, as it has many active volcanoes and a deadly atmosphere to breathe. The next few pictures will show just what kind of terrible place Venus really is. We now will talk about everyone's favorite planet in the solar system, Earth. Earth is even Dr. Smith's favorite planet as well. Earth, Earth, how I love old sweet Earth. Earth, third planet from the Sun. Distance from the Sun is about 93 million miles away. One moon. Population about 8 million people. 5 oceans and 7 continents. 7 layers of atmosphere. Many different kinds of animals and mammals. Abundance of trees, plants, grass, and insects. Earth's moon is about 238,900 miles from Earth. One side always faces the Earth as it orbits around it. The Earth's moon takes about 30 days to orbit around it. The moon is full of craters, valleys, and mountains. The moon affects things like the oceans and other things on Earth as well. The moon has 8 phases it goes through, as it is seen in the next picture. Here are the 8 phases of the Earth's moon. It begins with a new moon and ends with a full moon. The Earth tilts on a 23.4 degrees tilt as it travels around the Sun. This is what causes the 4 seasons, as the Earth either moves closer or farther away from the Sun. Here are the 4 seasons of the Earth. Earth is farthest away from the sun as the winter season starts, while the closest to the sun is the summertime. Winter! Brrr! It's cold out here. Please turn the heat on for me. Spring! Summer! Fall! Here's a picture of what Earth's 7 layers of atmospheres are called and located. The troposphere is where humans can live and breathe air, while the exosphere is the highest sphere before one goes into space. Here are some awesome pictures of Earth for you to enjoy viewing, so get yourself another warm cup of coffee, sit right back down in an easy chair, relax, and enjoy. The journey continues. We are now going to talk a little bit about the fourth and last inner planet of our solar system, planet Mars. Planet Mars. Distance from the Sun is about 141.6 million miles away. Orbital time around the Sun, 687 days. Length of a day, 1 day, 0 hours, and 37 minutes. Distance from the Earth, 132.14 million miles. Mars has 2 moons. Temperature on Mars, minus 87 degrees Fahrenheit. Mars has 2 poles on it, north and south, with potential water for humans to drink. There are many canals-like features on Mars as well. Mars moons. Phobos, closest moon to Mars, 3,700 miles away. Orbits Mars at about 7 hours and 37 minutes. Deimos, about 14,580 miles away from Mars. Orbits Mars in about 30.3 hours. Astronomer S.F. Hall discovered Phobos and Deimos in 1877. Phobos is the biggest of both moons and someday is expected to fall into Mars' surface. Deimos is shaped like a dog biscuit as seen here in this picture. Here's a comparison size picture of Earth and Mars in relation to the size. Even though Earth is bigger than Mars, it was attacked by the Martians on October 31st, 1938. War of the Worlds. 60 minutes radio theater play. Many Americans committed suicide when they heard this event on radio and thought it was really happening. Here is a picture of Orson Welles going over the radio script with his fellow actors and actresses. Throughout the radio play, the broadcast did tell the people that it was only a play and not the real thing. Here's what the newspaper headlines read the next day after the radio play aired. Welles and the people involved with this production didn't believe it would have made the impact it had made on people. In 1877, Italian astronomer Giovanni Schiaparelli had observed features that looked like canals on Mars. It was thought that at one time water was actually on Mars, but had eventually disappeared. Here's a picture of Mars alongside of the diagram of where the canals were located as the Italian astronomer drew diagrams of the canals' locations. Another source of where water could be found on Mars is located at both the North and South poles. This is a possibility where future Mars astronauts could have drinkable water supply to sustain life for a long time living there. Here's a picture of Mars, along with many of its distinct locations. Many space probes and land rovers have been sent to Mars to view and study it up close. For now, we are going to briefly talk about two popular landmarks seen in the next couple of pictures. Ernest Major Planum is a large dark spot located near the northern lowlands and southern highlands. This is believed to once be a low-relief shield volcano. Here's another picture location of Syrtis Major Planum of Mars and its location. Our second distinct feature on Mars is Mons Olympus, seen here in this picture. This feature stands 69,841 feet tall, while Mount Olympus in Greece only stands 9,573 feet tall. One can only imagine what future Mars astronauts will see and experience when they finally arrive and live on Mars. Here's a comparison picture of Olympus Mons on Mars as compared to Mount Kea and Mount Everest on Earth. First space probes to planet Mars was Viking 1 and 2 space probe launched into space in 1975. It finally arrived at Mars on August 20th, 1975 to begin exploring the Red Planet. The first robot rover to land on Mars and explore it was this Pathfinder Sojourner that landed on it July 6, 1997. Well, it's time now to show some more awesome pictures of Mars to view. So get yourself one more warm cup of coffee, sit right back down in your easy chair, relax, and enjoy. And here's a picture of the inner solar system taken by Voyager 1 as it left the inner solar system. For now, here are some more awesome pictures of all 4 inner planets to enjoy viewing as well. The journey continues beyond our galaxy.